Hi, this is a tutorial. Let me just resize this. There we go. Should probably just, there we go. I haven't exactly decided on what champions I'm playing. Persian prefers AD carry. But I'd really rather not jungle. So it's time to insta-lock Ezreal because that is how you get your way. It's not childish at all. It is the assertion of your dominance. Anybody who says different is
time for a true display of skill.
Very bad and should uninstall the game. The best response in these situations is a cheeky smiley face. That lets him know that you're not angry and that you're also an asshole. And it's very important to let people know that you're an asshole in solo queue. Renekton and Vladimir is a farm lane, so it could go in Vlad's favor and it could go in Renekton's favor. It's a skill matchup, but if nobody really tries anything, then they just farm. Blitzcrank Ezreal versus Lucian Thresh is in the enemy's favor because Ezreal has trouble versus any AD carry with, I guess, guaranteed damage is what you'd say, like Caitlyn, Lucian, Twitch, champions that don't rely on skill shots per se. Because Lucian's Q, you can't really dodge it. You can predict it with your arcane shift, but it's not really worth the mana. And if you use your E, then he's free to close the gap on you, and his passive just makes that really, really easy. So basically, my job is to poke and farm, and see if Blitzcrank lands a grab. And if he does land a grab, then it's kind of important for me to follow up in time, because Thresh is really good at counter engaging versus Blitzcrank, so I have to watch out for that. You can't really arcane shift a Thresh hook like you can a Blitzcrank hook. You move the distance, but he can still close the gap on you. And I personally think you should break the hook like Cleanse does, but I guess Riot wants Thresh to be stronger than Blitzcrank in every way. Talon's a real pain in the ass for Ezreal because he relies on being a little dick and creating a gap from assassins, but Talon's silence allows him to get off his full combo before you can escape. So I'm going to be building a gauntlet this game, most likely. They have a lot of AD, so Blue Ezreal's where it's at. You're probably wondering when to go Blue Ezreal. The answer is never. It's always better to just go, Triforce and Bloodthirster, Triforce and Berserk, and then Last Whisper. But if you feel like being a little ass, then go blue.
No time to waste.
So on blue team, if you buy very quickly, you can run to the second brush up here because it lets you watch for invades. And at the same time, it's pretty easy to escape an invade. You just run down. Nobody really checks this brush when invading. They all check the try brush. You can hang back because your fog of war doesn't actually go very far if you go farther up. This is the brush to go to when you're bottom lane if you buy quickly. See, standing in try brush doesn't really do anything for you because you can stand in this brush and see everything that you can see in try brush, unless they go down. I don't know. It's just dumb. See, Blitzcrank isn't accomplishing anything right now by standing in here because I have vision of river. At least in his vision of here. So unless they flash from here to here,
got it.
You know, Blitzcrank didn't really accomplish anything.
Over here.
I mean, he's not wrong. Normally you would leave that bush at 1 minute and 41 seconds so you can leash for your jungler, but I was too busy talking and forgot about it.
No problem.
So even though you're playing Ezreal, your auto attacks do damage. So just use those. It's good to learn to smart cast on champions that are entirely comprised of skill shots, like Ezreal, because it will save you a lot of time. Almost like you're speed running League of Legends. It's more saved frames. The time it takes to do that compared to the time it takes to just press Qs, at least 1/4 of a second.
Let's go.
Blitzcrank is drunk.
Time to get our hands dirty. Know your environment.
There's the re-engage that I was talking about. Fresh offers.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
They made the mistake of focusing my support instead of me, and his passive is like a fucking guardian angel, so we're gonna recall here. I want my lead on Lucian because he can come back with a second Doran's Blade. If I'm not, you know, smart about it. You can arcane shift on your way to lane, especially if you're running mana regen runes like I run for. I'm also running HP per level seals, so I actually wouldn't take my rune page seriously. Wow, he can kill him. 2 Qs and a cripple.
Let's go.
No, I would take a Tempest. Fuck, I didn't even look to see if Thresh was in this bush. I could have died just now because I don't have flash. And then there's a big ass creep there. We can try to freeze it here. Freezing the lane just denies your opponent the ability to aggress on you safely. Your jungler doesn't have to be around. I mean, your tower is basically a jungler. It spooks him enough to not want to fight you.
You belong in a museum. Who needs a map? Got it.
Let's just kind of dip.
This way. Know your environment.
I canceled my auto attack right there.
Agreed. Know your
When the enemy's pushing really hard and harassing you simultaneously, you can fall back really far because it means that your creeps aren't going to aggro the enemy creeps, and you won't really lose any CS if you stand really far back. Like right now, if I dip, none of these creeps are going to die because he's pushing. I'm just going to have to, you know, burst them down before they get to tower.
This way.
So I'm not actually missing out on anything.
No problem.
I tried to last hit that.
Time to get our hands dirty. Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Looks like they're setting for dragon. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they thought we would do dragon. No, I'm just kind of AFK farming. I should back here to be safe, but I'm just gonna chug a mana pot and chill. I want my BF sword when I back, because backing right now is really inefficient. And it would give them free dragon pressure because at least it's on the bottom side of the map. In low elo, you don't really have to worry about that too much because people don't know when to do dragon, but this account is in mid plat, so it's always like a 50-50 shot if the enemy is good or bad. So you may as well just play smart.
No time to waste.
I don't know if he wants to back or what. But I'm just gonna freeze this. To successfully freeze a lane, you want to get the last hit as the minion is about to die. But the lane will naturally push if you're blue side because it's a very balanced map. What the fuck is my thing? Blitzcrank doesn't want to be here.
Over here. Agreed.
I can't win a 2v1 in this easy. Creeps do a lot of damage.
No time to waste. This way.
I think he just swept that. I don't know. He's doing something over there. I was kind of tunneled on Lucian. drew a teleport off
Know
that.
your environment.
It's really good. End of mid room.
Let's go.
I'm gonna chill here and wait for my ult.
Who needs a map? Got it.
Man, that Fury. He almost killed himself. Fuck, mid is dead.
No time to waste.
Is that armor? Fuck. My Q did like 0 damage to him.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, what we got out of that was Vlad free farm.
Careful.
Looks like he was pretty behind, so that's good. Like normally, I'd say I'm glad this guy did an 80 carry because you know he's feeding, but
This way.
that's just me saying this guy didn't get what role he wanted, so he's not doing very well. So basically, my job is to make up for that. I have to do better than he's doing poorly, if
Know
that
your
makes sense.
environment.
Because if I played top, I might not be doing so poorly. And if he was 80 carry, he might be doing just as good as I am. So I have to do better than he would do if he was 80 carry to justify my taking his role.
It's all skill.
But right now I'm down summoners. We really lacked some jungle pressure on both sides. So, since they grouped 4 first, that they got the lane.
Who needs a map?
You gonna take the lantern?
I'll handle it. Let's go.
So now I can get this item.
Over here.
And I'm gonna wait for a dagger. So it's kind of important to have some attack speed.
Who needs a map?
I don't know what that said. I didn't time dragon, but it should be spawning very soon.
Know your environment. Agreed. No time to waste.
Jesus, they group a lot better than we do. Then again, 2 people were dead.
This way. Careful.
I would group if I had summoners, but I'm just so terrified of that Talon right now. Like, if I'm there, I'm just gonna die. If I poke anyway. If I chill and wait and back, I can react, but I'm gonna back after this wave. Buy boots. This just adds pressure, so it alleviates the pressure on mid lane. If not, they go full balls when it's in fight, take our mid towers, and then my team will be like, oh, fucking Ezreal, why didn't you group?
Got it.
And then you just say, I don't know, lol. What the fuck is Dragon?
Over here.
On Ezreal, your job is just to be a slippery bastard, get assists, and clean up kills. You don't really want to duel anybody, because he's not the best duelist. If you build him, you know, like Ezreal. If you build him, you know, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, fine, he can duel.
Got it.
But that's not the best way to build him because he's skill shot champion. You build that on auto attack champions. Yeah, alright, just gonna wave this.
Careful.
If I can. Now they're gonna get this.
Agreed.
Just keep my stacks up.
It's all skill. This way. Over here. Know your environment.
I would do Dragon if I had a Zeal.
No time to waste.
I can push this really quick.
Let's go.
What I did was I hit F when Talon flashed for the Lee Sin kill, so I could time that later.
Know your
Oh boy.
environment.
Got himself in some trouble.
Careful.
If Elise was in spider form prior to repelling on me, she could have killed me right there. Well, at least blow my flash.
Got it.
Okay, I got the dragon timer out of that.
Who needs a map?
I think Vlad might have to group more than I do. Because he's splitting, but he's still like under-farmed. Which isn't making much sense.
Agreed.
Fuck.
No time to waste. Over here.
She actually got to the golems with that.
This way. No problem.
Yeah. Very nice.
Let's go.
Probably should be recalling here. I don't know if I had to flash away from Elise. Honestly, I did it because I don't know if she has mana costs in spider form. So, know the champions that you're facing, everybody. It's important. She probably had enough for a Q on me. She just didn't react fast enough. I wanted to flash Q that Lucian, but I really needed a vision and my trinket was on cooldown. I got the kill on Renekton though, so I'm happy. And like I said, your goal in Ezreal is to be a slippery little fucker, so I'm holding up to that.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Oh, we can kill this Renekton actually. This kind of loves escapability. Blitz didn't really follow up very much. He got a really good hook and then he just dipped.
Know your environment.
If I followed, they would have just kept running.
Who needs a map?
Okay.
This way.
I'm gonna recall in here. This is probably warded, but if they come, it'll most likely waste their time.
No time to waste.
I gotta react to this. I trusted my team there, which is a gigantic mistake in solo queue. I wanted Talon to jump on me, and then I wanted Blitzcrank to knock him up. But they like ran from Talon, even though his team was split from him. They probably didn't see how far his team was, and they thought they were all there, even though he had wards, but whatever. My first death. I shouldn't.
Over here.
Once you die one time, you fall down a slippery slope and you stop trying to protect your KDA. But it's really important to not die, because that's time you're literally not playing the game. You may as well be DC'd.
Let's go.
On top of that, you give the enemy golden experience.
Know your environment.
Okay, now I can gladly say good thing he's not the AD carry.
Agreed. Over here. This way.
Being really behind sucks as Ezreal because he's not a champion that can carry easily. Especially versus assassins and Renekton. Why is Talon taking such little damage?
Got it.
That was a really late exhaust, holy shit.
No time to waste.
Could be the game if they want. Yeah. Please. Wow. This is typical solo queue. Win lane, lose game. I don't think any lanes won. To be honest, we could win this pretty easily. Hound's the only big member, and Yasuo can shut him down with a good ultimate. But he just ulted and always.
Know your environment.
Fuck, you saw her walk this way. Her team's right here.
No time to waste. Agreed.
Christ, I hate that his ult is AoE. Because it means like being in auto attack range kills you.
It's all skill.
Yeah, Lucian doesn't even have to play the game.
Over here. Got it. This way.
Fuck you, Lisa. There's Moby, so I'm not gonna be able to catch him. I could have queued that minion again for a reset on my E.
Who needs a map? Let's go.
I think our bot lane's the only good lane. Which is normally okay, but I'm Ezreal.
Know your environment.
Gives GA now.
Careful.
Talon has no escapes.
Who needs a map?
Jesus fucking Christ.
This is over. Over here.
I don't know why Talon isn't taking very much damage. The entire game, he hasn't built any armor or anything. It's really weird to me. But yeah, that's basically how you play Ezreal.